All right, why would you want to start an LLC? Well, here are the benefits. My name is Matthew Nuzum. I'm an attorney. I run Surge Business Law and I help businesses that are growing and I help them understand how to take risks properly. And see a lot of people who want to launch LLCs. I see a lot of people who have DIY launched their own LLCs. I see a lot of people advising people how to launch LLCs. I also see a lot of misleading ads and information on the internet. One of the things that these things get wrong in many cases is they don't talk about why you even want an LLC. And if you don't understand what LLCs are good for, then you're not going to understand if you should do it or not. So here on the screen, you can see I've got a picture of a house. I've got a picture of a money bag. That would be represent your own home, your savings, your 401k. We also got a boat here, which represents the fun things in your life that you want to keep. Over here on the right, we've got a business, and your business has risks, sometimes problems. Imagine that you are running a little shop and somebody comes into your shop and slips and falls and they crack their head open. Or you have a construction business and somebody puts a nail through their hand. And these things happen, hopefully not to you, but they could. And you hear about it all of the time. Well, if you get a lawsuit, that lawsuit, if your business does not have enough assets, is going to go after your personal assets. So we want to stop that. And an LLC, and for that matter, a corporation, provides a wall that keeps your business risks from going after your personal assets. It's even right in the name. LLC, what does it stand for? It stands for Limited Liability Company. And so what that means is this wall of protection limits your personal liability from your business risks. How does an LLC do that? Well, there's three things that an LLC needs in order to get full limited liability protection. If you do not have these three things, then you do not get a strong wall protecting you from your business. So these things are not optional, they're essential. First of all, first and foremost, you must register with the state. This means you go online and you file a business, and now the state and the world know that you are a business. Second of all, you have an operating agreement, which is a contract granting the owner limited liability. And third, you need to observe corporate formalities. If you don't, then something tragic happens. It's called piercing the corporate veil. And you can go on the internet and find lots of tragic stories where that happened. So let's talk about these three steps. First of all, registration is easy. Pretty much anybody can do this. You can go on to, in Iowa, for example, the Secretary of State website, upload a document, and you can have your LLC created in a few minutes. And it's $50, which is really cheap. And so this is step one, and it's important. LLCs require you to register with the state. That is not the only step. Step one. Step two is you need an operating agreement. This is a contract, and the contract is between two or more parties. It is between the owner or owners of the business and the business itself. And this contract says that I, the business, will protect the owner from liabilities from the business. And this is an important thing to remember. Businesses are treated by the law, at least, as people. So businesses are people too. And that means that businesses can own property. Businesses can have bank accounts. And businesses can enter into contracts with people. And that contract, that operating agreement, is the most important one because without it, you are given minimal limited liability. If you want really good limited liability, it needs to be in your contract and it needs to be customized for your business. For every business has slightly different risks. For example, if you are a partnership and it's 50-50, you might have a risk where one partner wants to take out a bonus and the other one doesn't. And with a 50-50 split, who wins? Well, your operating agreement helps decide that. Or maybe one person wants to hire somebody or buy some new equipment and the other person doesn't. Well, what happens? The operating agreement identifies that. Businesses fail because of little problems like that. And so that is an example of one of the risks that an operating agreement should address. The third thing I want to talk about is observing corporate formalities. Observing formalities helps you prove that your business is legitimately a separate entity. If somebody slips and falls in your shop or hurts themselves at your job site or whatever, and they sue you, if your business does not have enough assets to pay them what they want, then they're going to, in their lawsuit, say that this business is a fiction. It is just an alter ego for the owner, and it's not a separate entity. And they're doing that because they want to prove that there's no actual wall here, that this is not really a limited liability company. And if they succeed, then you get no limited liability protection. That's not good. And so that is why it is essential that you observe those corporate formalities. So, in summary, I just want to talk about the benefits. Limited liability companies give owners personal assets protection from their business risks. And they do that by A, registering with the state, B, having an operating agreement that grants the owner limited liability, and 3, by the owners of the business observing corporate formalities and treating the business like a separate entity. If you don't do all those 3 things, you don't get the wall of protection, you don't get the benefits of an LLC. My name is Matthew Nuzum. I am an attorney, I am a business owner, and I like to help businesses launch, grow, and succeed. If you would like help with your business, please reach out. Surge Business Law. Nice to meet you. See you later.